Hey y'all, I'm Carolina Tony. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today the road brings us to Camden, South Carolina. I was here a few weeks ago, but I wanted to come back and check out a few more things that I missed. Behind me is a monument that is erected to James Polk Dixon, Revolutionary War hero. And we are going to tell you a little bit about his story and a few other things right after this station identification. Lieutenant Colonel James Polk Dixon, 1816 to 1867. He was born here in Camden. He studied law and served in the state legislature from 1842 to 1848. In 1846, his Kershaw County Regiment was the first to volunteer to fight in the war with Mexico in 1846 to 48. His appeal for volunteers given at the Cobb Monument included the words, "I want a place in the picture near the flashing guns." He was elected second in command of the Palmetto Regiment, and he fought in several engagements until wounded in a battle. His body servant returned him to Camden to be buried in the Quaker Cemetery, and when this monument was erected, they moved him to this monument in 1856, and this is where his body is. There is a photograph of when that happened. Okay, the road today brings me to Camden, South Carolina, and we are here in the Camden Archaeological Museum, and something's kind of different brought me here. Hair combs. Yeah, combs for your hair. Combs for the adornment of ladies' hair goes back over 10,000 years. And the combs that are in this exhibit are from the John W. Bonner Jr. collection. And we're going to look at a few of them. And those combs, that's called and I cannot pronounce that word. It is a Spanish word. Zoom in on it. The popularity of this Spanish style hair comb spread from Spain to France and then the world. Originally designed to hold a mantilla or veil atop the head, such as right there. The popularity of the 1875 opera Carmen revived the use of the Spanish comb, both with and without the veil, and they're still worn on mandalas on special occasions during traditional flamenco performances. Tortoiseshell hair combs, they were prized of the hawkbill turtle, a sea turtle that is currently on the endangered species list. Said the tortoiseshell could be softened and molded into a variety of shapes, and once cooled, maintained its new form. By the 1800s, the tortoiseshell became made of celluloid, and plastic tortoiseshell took the place of it. And these hair combs are made from a substance called bakelite and catlin. They're made from a mixture of phenol and formaldehyde. So basically plastic. These are items that have been found on a lady's dressing table said by the second half of the 19th century, scientific breakthroughs, mass production, and rising costs made it possible for even people that did not have money, they could adorn themselves with gold plated instead of pure gold, and silver plated rather than pure silver, and even plastic instead of tortoiseshell. Now you've seen everything. This courthouse was built between 1825 and 1830. So this is the Robert Mills Courthouse, and Robert Mills was the first architect in the United States, first trained architect in the United States, and there are a lot of buildings here in South Carolina and other places that are designed by him. In fact, the Robert Mills House in Columbia.
And then this is Bethesda Presbyterian Church that's here in town. He designed that. And these are some beautiful murals that were painted by local artists.
Right.
In 2005.
And this would be the rotunda.
Yep, it shows the Battle of Camden.
And there's good acoustics in here, but I'm not going to sing.
It was from like 1933. They were celebrating Camden's bicentennial, so some of them were dressed up. But this is in 1933.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
It is. Check out the architecture of this.
Yeah, isn't it great? I love the ceilings. That's one of the pillars, and the original pillars of the columns are out front here. The building, I can show you. Excuse me. We can go outside and I can show you where they are. The building was originally designed with 6 columns, and it was redone, and the steps that are out front weren't originally there. They were added, so it was changed in 1945. The city owns it, it just uses the welcome center.
And this is the Robert Mills Courthouse, and this is what it would look like when?
I'm not sure when that was.
A long time ago.
Well, probably in the 1820s.
Yeah. And this is what the upstairs looked like in the
probably 1820s, I think.
1820s. And we're going to go upstairs and see what it looks like now.
Well, we have meetings and things like that.
These are the stairs?
Yeah, going up.
Oh, wow.
Isn't this pretty?
So other than the wood stove.
So I know, so the wood stove would have been right about here. That's where the judge sat. The benches are original. It's where I guess the jury sat, or the defendant. I guess maybe the defendant and the.
That's cool. So when things are normal, you rent this out for banquets and parties and
it's so beautiful.
whatever.
At Christmas, it was gorgeous. We had 2 huge trees. We had plant bows on these big chandeliers.
Now, originally, there were 6 columns. And in the early 1900s, it was remodeled, and the 6 columns changed to 4 columns, and the stairs were added. So originally did not have the stairs on the front. And this is something that I find really interesting, that across town they have found the base of these columns, and the original part, the base is right here. Now, it's a half of it, and it's laying on its side, so if you can envision, the column would have been right here, and this is the base, and they're all 6 of them. Pretty cool. Now, as I said, Robert Mills was America's first trained architect, which is pretty neat. And as I said also, that he designed his courthouse, as well as a lot of buildings that are in other videos that I've made. But he's also known worldwide as being the designer of the Washington Monument. Well, I hope you have enjoyed our little trip to Camden, South Carolina. It's been real fun and informative. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Be sure to tell your family and friends. Share it on your social media. But for now, y'all have a good day.